Hey, so what's up, guys? My name is John. This is my wife, Pita, and we're just giving a quick video about our experience at Disney World.
Finally.
How we came to purchase the trip, how we came to experience the trip, and any questions that some people might be having about Disney World, about their experience there, if y'all are possibly wanting to go over there, or maybe y'all know family members or friends that are planning the trip. And we'll speak from first-hand experience. We have 3 kids. They're always going, and we wanted to plan our family vacation at Disney World since we had never been together as a family. And we'll just go from there, and my wife is the one that set it all up, Miss Pita, so she'll take it from here, talking about how she got started with it.
Hi guys. Okay, first and foremost, Disney World is, of course, a lifetime dream for a lot of people.
Oh, a place where dreams come true. A place where dreams are
And
made.
it was magical. There was just no other way to put it. But long story short, we've been privileged to go around the world, and one thing that, when we were dating, I always said we're going to take our kids when they're old enough to go to Disney. So we did it. A lot of people, as soon as I started posting, we got our magic bands that we're going to Disney. Our number one question, and believe it or not, we had like 6 or 7 people inbox us and ask, when are y'all going to Disney? How did y'all do it? I didn't go through an agency. I didn't go through somebody helping us book it. Simply, I got curious, went to the Disney World website. Mind you, we've been to Hawaii, and we did go to the Aulani Resort, which was amazing. We had a breakfast dinner there. So,
which kind of sparked the flame again.
Yeah. So I was just checking prices at that time, and I do remember that they had said you have the option to pay out. Real quick, we hate talking about numbers, but you do have an option of a payment plan, and all it requires is $200 down. That's it. You have up to 30 days within the 6 or 9 months to book your date, and 30 days before your check-in, you have to have it paid off. For 5 of us, which we are a large family, 3 kids, 2 adults, it was just a little over $5,000. Not too much into detail, but we were able to pay it out, and it got us to Disney.
Wasn't there a time limit that we had to book it within that time from when we dropped the deposit?
From the time that we dropped the deposit, I was maybe 3 months into that promotion that they were having, because I think you have 9 months to pay it out, but we had already been, the dates that we wanted was going to be within 6 months, so we had a particular time to have some portion up front already paid out, but that was already that was through the website. So if you go through the Walt Disney World website, everything is there. You can build your old package. We opted to get the meal plan because my boys are big. They can eat. And I wasn't about to go to a Disney World and just be like, no, get this and don't eat this, or not know where we were going to pay separately. So that was one thing that was included in that price. From our motel stay, 4 parks, the hopper option, which gave us the privilege to jump from any park, not just be restricted to 1 park per day.
And the 4 parks are Magical Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and
Hollywood Studios.
So those 4, I get, like she was saying about the park hopper, anytime you want to go from one park to the next, we included that because we weren't sure about how our schedule was. We just knew we were going to be there for 5 days, and we wanted to see all the parks. So we kind of built it around when we wanted to go to which park and when.
On top of that, we did not know what time of the frame we were going to end up going in the summer, but I kind of just picked a date. You are able to play around with the dates as far as within that month that you booked it. So if we needed it to be later, we could have, but we were really focused on this day because it was his birthday and Michael's birthday, so we were like, no, this would be the perfect birthday present. Memories. Junior's gonna be a sophomore this year. Like, it was just perfect timing.
Yep.
And we chose the Art of Animation Hotel or Resort. Hotel, no, it's a resort.
One of the mini Walt Disney resorts. Once you're there, you got shuttles that take you around, and some of them will pass by other resorts there on the way to parks. But there's a lot of resorts.
A lot of resorts to choose from within the Disney company. And in this resort, there's different themed rooms. We chose the Cars theme because Michael, since he was a baby, loved the Cars room, and it was only right to make it a memorable place, a memorable time. We all love Cars, so we didn't even get to look at the whole resort. They have a Finding Nemo section of the resort, a Lion King, Little Mermaid. But we were just so busy every day that we didn't even walk the full resort. But that was a little bit of insight on there. We took the option to drive.
I love road tripping, so we got to see a lot of stuff on the way, and a lot of good friends on the way.
A lot of friends and family to see. So it was really, really relaxing, well, for me.
And coming from Texas, where we live, towards West Texas, to Orlando, I think my timer was around 26 hours straight. But of course, it took us a couple of days to get there, stopping and seeing friends and family. But 26 hours straight, and I think a little under 1,600 miles, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was nice.
One way. With
this package, again, within that price range, we also included the photo memory package. Initially when I got it, he was like, I don't know. He's like, why don't we just take our own pictures with selfie sticks or whatever.
Right.
Disney does not allow selfie sticks, so just so you know that was an option out. But this photo package was worth it. I don't know if y'all ever have gone to Six Flags or other amusement park, and you buy just a 8x or a 5x7 picture for each ride that you took. Rounds you up to like $20 a picture. This package was awesome because it was unlimited pictures. We were in front of all the iconic places. They had photo people. All you had to do was come up and...
Oh yeah, let's go back to the Magic Band. Let's explain that a little bit.
Well, but I was explaining the package to the photo package included with that price. So that was just something cool. But we booked it. Okay, we're there. We've booked it. We're getting checked in. These Magic Bands get sent to you. Each one has your name on it and your code for checking in. These things are truly magical. There's just no way to put it. The day of our check-in for the resort, I was already receiving text messages saying your room is ready. We had opted to check in as early as 7 o'clock because the parks don't open until 9. That gave us a chance to get to our room, unload, change, freshen up, whatever we had to do, eat breakfast, get on a shuttle. But these bands were already programmed. We didn't even have to stop at the check-in desk. But us, being our first timers, we show up and we asked, what do we do? And they just simply said nothing. Just go to your room and scan in. So we did. And that was just awesome because we didn't have to play with the hassle of worrying about where's our room ticket, where's our room key. This is your key.
Yeah, and that's for your whole experience. Whatever package you bought with Disney World,
it's on here.
Everything's on there. From you have one snack available to however many days you're staying there, everything's there on this Magic Band. So it's very convenient and great.
Yeah. So that was our Magic Band. It went everywhere. I mean, we didn't take it off the whole time.
Right.
Our meal plan. I'm just gonna go over this, not too much in detail, but it's wonderful. We did not worry about food. Our package that we chose included a diner, a sit-down meal every day, 1 meal per day. I mean, we could have chosen 2, but it was how we wanted to use it.
Right.
But each sit-down meal that we had, we booked our reservations 180 days prior to our arrival. The only reason that I am saying 180 days is because that is the best time to, if you want princess dinner, if you want character dinner, or whatever, those spots will fill up within hours of the 180 days. You do not want to miss those opportunities. Miranda had her experience with all the princesses. Michael had his experience with all the characters that he wanted to see. And it was not anything more than just taking your time and going through these apps. Let's just say for this particular meal we went to was the Tony's Town Square. These had Donald Duck.
That was from the Lady in the Tramp movie, right?
Yeah, Lady in the Tramp.
Lady in the Tramp, the restaurant where they meet up at.
They had Tinkerbell there. We didn't get to quite see them. We hit them in a switching out. They were changing or whatever. But this was it was a good food. It had Italian food. And this one was pretty good because it had 3 different options. All of us pretty much got the trio. We had 3 different types of meals on one sitting. Desserts included. Adults are able to purchase 1 alcohol beverage, or it comes included with your meal. But at the end of each meal, our receipt shows how many table services. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hold on. So that tells us how many table seatings we had left and how many snacks we had available for that day. Hold on. No, that's how many we used. So we used, we had a total of 8 left that particular day and 2 child. So we were on day 3 on this one.
Yeah, I believe so.
At the end of each ticket, it tells us what our credits are. Our snacks, oh my gosh, we started off with a quantity of like 60 snacks.
It's based on the meal plan you buy. What was there, like 3 different meal plans? I think?
Yes, and each of us per person had a quantity of 2 snacks and a quick service. A quick service is like your breakfast or your something that is a meal, but it's not a sit-down meal. It's just whatever you can find. You can find a burger place that has a burger and fries and a drink provided, or just your breakfast meal.
Yeah.
Our snacks were huge. We had the Dole Whip ice cream to watch our parade, and those ice cream cones were, I mean, those things were massive.
Yeah.
But for a snack, it was well worth it. Each day, like I said, we were allotted for each of us 2 snacks, and I don't even think we used them. There at the end, we were at Magic Kingdom. We had maybe like 15 snacks left on our ticket. We let the kids go crazy. We were just like, go and eat, get whatever snacks.
Yeah, and if you don't use them for that day, that doesn't mean that they're gone. They just carry over to the next day. So you have them for your whole stay or whatever. So if you don't use any snacks at all, the last day you got them all built up. You can use them all then that day.
But that's a little bit on your snacks. But it was well worth it. We were not disappointed at all with.
They cater to you very well.
Yeah, they do.
They're very awesome. They want to make you feel like you're in a magical place, and they do it from the smallest employee there to the highest one there. Whoever you interact with, they keep it very magical for you.
Yeah, so that's our meal plan. That's just a little insight, but if you are going and you're going for more than 3 days, get the plan. It's worth it.
Oh yeah.
With our stay, we were given, each of us, a mug. We could have chosen to carry it with us each day, but we just chose not to because we had the snacks option available and we were going to use our credits.
And they do have some free water and free drinks in different locations, so just look those up.
Yeah.
And the lids come in different colors, I think like pink, green, blue, red, maybe yellow, so it's just your preference or whatever. And those we got at the resort, right?
Which ones?
The cups.
Yes.
Yeah, well, right when we checked in.
Whenever you check in, or whenever you actually go down to the lobby, they'll have them set up in the stands there. Michael wore this. This was his happy birthday
pin.
Pin.
Yeah.
But this thing is just amazing. If you're going to celebrate something, get your button worth it. Each of us had a first visit pass. Adrian's been before, but I mean, to take our kids this was our first experience all together. A little thing about this story real quick. Michael was wearing his. Adrian missed one day of not wearing it. On that one day, we took a ride and we were given a fast pass, which is a little, that's another thing. Fast passes are included on this too.
Yeah.
We'll go over that in just a little bit. But we had a fast pass and we didn't have to scan in with our band. It was a piece of paper that said 5 free fast passes for the De Hoyos family because
I wasn't able to get on one of the rides, which was one of the most awesome rides there, I've heard, but I wasn't able to get on because my feet didn't fit into the
it was
ride
awesome.
or whatever.
If you go to Animal Kingdom, you have to wait the 2-hour wait for Avatar. It was amazing.
Pandora, the ride.
Yes.
And
But-
since they felt sorry for me or bad for me since I wasn't able to ride it, while I was waiting for them to finish their ride, the lady wrote down on a piece of paper, here, we're giving you a fast pass to go
Any ride.
on any ride within all 4 parks.
So we used it on Splash Mountain.
7 doors?
No, 7
The
doors.
7 doors
Mine.
mining.
And
Mining
this
picture.
holds all your pictures. Like I said, every ride you scan in when you use your fast pass or even just your regular ride. When you scan in, it's magical. It divides each and everybody's picture, and it shows up on our app at the end.
Right.
Well, I was excited because the app was giving us every picture like throughout our whole stay.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked the lady, how am I going to get my picture if I didn't scan my bracelet?
Because we used the paper fast pass.
She said, oh, it's just magical. And so we were like, oh my gosh, sure, whatever, you know. We didn't believe it that first day. I get back to the room and I was like, oh my gosh, this is creepy.
Our pictures were uploaded on
Our pictures were uploaded.
yeah.
And later on that afternoon, we were taking a photo that same day, and the guy says, happy birthday, Michael.
Oh, yeah, that one was pretty creepy because I wasn't wearing my button.
And this is just a freestanding photographer. And he said, but wait, there's somebody else in your party that
Has a
is celebrating a birthday
Yeah.
today. And we were like, what? Yeah, it was pretty creepy, pretty
Just a
magical.
plain guy that was part
Who
of the
didn't know
picture.
we would be there?
Yeah.
And in fact, we switched parks that day too. So how he knew that
Yeah.
was beyond me.
Mm-hmm.
This was a button at Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I had gone to get Miranda some prescription and or some Tylenol. Her head was hurting.
Yeah.
And he asked us, do you want to donate to the Disney Conservation Fund, which helps feed their animals, but also helps the wildlife. So we donated $5-10 or so. But this is what Miranda got, and they celebrate it. When you donate, they do a little dance and make you feel like you're supporting something really good, which you are, because these animals are, you know,
They need help.
they need help. But that was also pretty cool because she got to wear that, and everywhere she went in Animal Kingdom, they were telling her thank you, so it was
For
good.
donating. Yeah.
But yes, fast passes is a must. Adrian can explain a little bit of it.
Yep, fast passes. One thing that we learned while we were there is we should have tried to get them one right after the other, because once you use one fast pass, you get 3 total per day, and
To
once
start.
you use one to start off, and once you use one, then you have that available, but you have to use the other 2 fast passes first. So what we had gotten scheduled 1 fast pass, and this was all for the big rides, the popular rides or whatever, like Pirates of the Caribbean or Pandora or whatever. The fast pass that we used the first day, or the first time of day, like at 9 o'clock, then the second one wasn't, we booked it at like 12, and then the third one we booked it like at 3 or 4. So we had to wait until we used all 3 of those to be able to add another fast pass for another ride we wanted to ride on to. So we would suggest that if you're going to make your fast pass and you're going to schedule them, I would schedule them one right after the next, because I think the longest fast pass, when we used the fast pass, we waited maybe 20 minutes
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the longest one, and I think it was the Frozen one.
Yeah, because Frozen was pretty
It
popular.
was pretty
yeah.
popular, but still, they move you fast pass. You move real fast.
Yeah.
So
you're not in line for more than 30 minutes.
right, and plus you get an hour of time to get there. So if your fast pass is at 9, you got from 9 to 10 to get there and ride your ride. So what I would suggest is let's just go in order. Your first fast pass at 9, your second one at 10, and your third one at 11.
And you
or
can
anytime
start
sooner.
booking your fast passes 90 days out before your arrival.
Yeah.
So if I were you guys, look for the Pandora ride first. It doesn't matter what day you're going.
That one is.
That one is hard to book.
Those people that when we were waiting in line there to get onto the ride, they were like, we looked 3-4 months out and it was still booked. It was still booked. It was still booked. So.
And this was this couple we were talking to. They had been to Disney because they have annual pass, but they loved it so much that they would rate the 2 hours. And yes, I would say wait the 2 hours. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
people told us that, so we did.
We went and we were almost left the park that day without going in.
I think we waited. That was like the last ride we rode. That was when the park was shutting down.
So that's what was cool. Miranda got this coin maker all throughout the park. We collected pennies. Still room to collect more, so we're gonna go back. But this was awesome. Our autograph book for us, I could have gotten the kids each one, but yeah, there was just no need to. We have our memories, so we have all the autographs from all the characters in here. For our birthday celebrations, because I had told our
she had included this
casting, what is it called? Our cast member. No, wait. What did they call them?
Encounters.
No. The cast members. The cast members. I called them and told them about the birthdays. Well, at our dinners, the sit-down dinners, they had already pre-signed birthday cards for Adrian and Michael. Yeah. So this one was Michael's, of course, highlighted. It's got Michael written in there.
Yeah.
And I think this one's Adrian's. Or they put John, but you can barely see it. But it was really nice. They would come out and sing happy birthday, bring you a cake.
Bring you a small little cupcake, and it's not nothing big. Maybe it's just a small little treat to
on top of your dessert.
Birthday. Yeah, on top of your buffet or whatever you got there.
This was awesome.
Oh yeah, this was something we didn't really know about.
This is probably something y'all will not know unless you buy it. We went to Epcot. This was third day in, which we would have loved it to have done it from day one.
Right.
But we didn't know. So the cast members throughout the whole park are wearing either a vest or lanyard. I mean, they have some sort of wardrobe that has pins all over them. You see them, you are able to go up to them and tell them, I see you have pins. Do you want to trade? And they will trade. And sometimes they have pretty cool ones. Like this one, Miranda selected right here, a special one. She's
Miranda
waiting to give to her uncle.
Yeah.
Because he promised me 3
That's the Millennium
Disney.
Falcon.
The Star Wars Falcon, and oh my gosh, that was awesome too.
Yeah.
But
We went on Star Wars tours.
she bought a collection of princess ones, and
I didn't trade the Elsa one.
traded them there throughout the park.
And sometimes they do trivia questions.
Yeah, I was gonna say if for the real good ones that they have, they'll say, okay, answer this question, and it's a pretty basic question. Maybe who was the
Who are the 3? This is one that they use on me. Who are 3 dogs in Disney? And first of all, I chose Pluto, and I didn't know anyone. And I forgot Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
So there you go, first-hand experience. so they'll ask some nice little questions like that.
And my
then-
hands are messy because I just made slime.
All right, we'll go wash them.
Go wash
Then you
them,
can
okay.
come back and join us.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, and those are some of the experiences we had. One thing that I didn't see too well was the train ride at the Animal Kingdom. It stopped at 2 different stops. One where you get on towards
we
the
didn't get
back
on
near
the
the
train.
safari. And then the second stop is at their preserve. They have like a small little preserve there that they're rehabilitating I don't know if they're endangered species or just different animals or whatever. But it was hot. We were tired. We wanted to we wanted to ride that little train, so we did. And it stopped at the other stop, and we're like, okay, we'll get off here. No biggie. I think it's Rafiki's Preserve Safari thing or something.
Did you tell him about the Avatar one that Daddy?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So anyways, so we did that, and then we got off there, and there was just a whole other part of the animal kingdom that's got these nice little cages or whatever to
A
show
pet
you
a snake.
the animals they're rehabilitating.
Me and Mama Terry.
Dr. McStuffins was back there. We got to meet her. We got to meet Rafiki.
They had this Wilderness Explorer stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. From the character from Up, the Wilderness Explorers, and you can go around all over the park, and you can earn your badges there. I think
They're
that is
like
only at the
stickers.
Animal Kingdom, right?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
didn't see them anywhere
I
else.
didn't see them anywhere else. So at the Animal Kingdom, you just ask for the Wilderness Explorer badge booklet. I don't know. I guess we don't have it. And then
Where's yours, Mama?
The last place I saw it was in Michael's
Go get it.
Banshee box.
yeah, and then so you just go around the places. It's got little spots there for you, and then
They're dressed like the kid on Up.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
Wilderness
literally.
Explorer, and then they'll
Yeah, like
give
the
you.
badge and stuff there, like that. Yeah.
Yep, and then they'll give you something to do at that particular place. Like Miranda had to find 3 flags in one place.
And we had to find like what was it? Like these certain items.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then once you find it, you take it back to them, or you just tell them about them. Oh, thunderstorm rolling in.
Scared.
And you take it back to them, and you answer their question, and then they give you a badge, and you can fill up your whole booklet.
Yeah, it
It's
was
all
pretty
over
neat.
the Animal Kingdom. Uh-huh.
One thing I did was
It was their birthday.
this was a pre-booked. I booked this a week out, but this came with some pretty big balloons, some
Mickey shaped balloons.
Mickey shaped balloons, and a
Cake.
cake. I had ordered a cake.
Of course.
Was really inexpensive. You would have thought that it would have been high priced dollars, but no.
It wasn't.
It was really moderate. It was to have a celebration to come back to in our room. Their services, their customer service was amazing.
Everybody there's very friendly.
They text you, or they'll even ask you if you want them to call you to organize when to have it dropped off. I just opted into emailing and texting because this was awesome. But this was Adrian's gift.
It was
Michael had balloons and the cake,
Mhm.
which the cake was really rich. It was amazing.
like we even ate it at night.
Chocolate cake or what was
A
it?
Yeah, it was-
chocolate fudge cake.
I don't know.
And these,
It was kind of creepy because it's like they're stalking us. Like they're not stalking us, but it's like
It's just magic.
yeah, it's
That's
magic.
what it is. It's magic.
Cause Mickey Mouse, they sent a message to us. Like we went to his magic thing, and
You got a phone call? Or?
yeah, we got like this little message on our what was it?
Our phone?
Yeah, our phone where it, like normally where we put our pictures. Oh my God.
Yeah.
these were a couple of the ears that we
They
got.
have many different types of ears there.
Wait, I got an idea.
You got
This one.
this frozen version.
And yes, I will rock
Mini.
these any day of the week
Yeah.
because if you
Yeah.
don't know, you'll know when you go.
Yeah. One thing that I remembered from the first time when I visited was a long time ago, was when you walk into the Magical Kingdom, and I think they do it a couple more other places too. When the Magical Kingdom, there to the right, a little bit after you walk in, there's a store that has these, and of course different colors too. They got blue ones and different models or whatever. But also in that same shop, there's like a treat shop too, right?
Yes,
Like a candy
the
treat
confectionaries
shop. Yeah,
shop.
the confectionery shop there too, which they do give out free samples of ice cream there too if you want some. With this one, we can, with this, you can have your something embroidered on there
$3.
for an additional $3. So we got our last name on there, which is De Hoyos, and I did this when I first went there back about 16, 17 years ago. And I just wanted us to have one of these at least, you know, from whenever I went.
And that was his. We had different ears to choose from, but
Yeah. Oh, and my son also got this one from the
Mickey's
The
Magic.
Donald Duck.
Yeah, whenever he was like.
It was Donald Duck's Theater or something.
It was Mickey Mouse too.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. It's right next to the big carousel there on the Magic.
You can't
on
go
the Magical
wrong
Kingdom.
with the Fantasia hat.
Yeah, and there was
Even
a pretty cool
at the back
Fantasia
of
hat.
that, at the back was Donald, cause he like flew, and it was like this 3D thing, and he flew because some things do that.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we look back, Donald's feet were there.
So talking about the Magical Kingdom, I think our first 3 hours there, we did not get past the castle. To be honest, we were taking pictures. Like my wife explained before, they have the people there that are scheduled, that are set there in the best places to get the best pictures with the photo pass. And we just stood in line and we got the pictures in front of the.
And the lines aren't long for the pictures.
No, yeah, they're very.
Because not everybody gets the package.
And they've done it quite a bit of times, I guess. And
Yeah.
one family take a picture, okay, move on. And once you take the picture, they just ask for your band. They scan your little band.
And it could be
And that's
anybody
it.
in that family.
Yeah, anybody. It doesn't have to be the mom. And Miranda liked to, or dad, and Miranda liked to get her
I like
bracelet scanned.
this.
Her
We
magical
missed
band.
out on a couple of things just because of our schedule. We had
Test
a
track.
Hollywood Fine and Dine dinner, and that had a VIP seating for Michael for his
right,
birthday.
right.
But on our second day of, it was Magic Kingdom, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom, we kind of ended it early because the kids wanted to go and enjoy the luxury of the resort. So we had to accommodate our schedule because, yes, it was all about them, and we were going to make it to whatever they wanted. And we opted to do our Magic Kingdom show our final day, which was the same day of the VIP pass that they gave us for their I guess their fireworks show at
Hollywood
Studios, which it was either go to that one or miss out on our Magical Kingdom, which Magical Kingdom did not fail us. But we had 5 VIP passes, and we gave them to just some bystanders who.
Yeah, I looked for a family that was a family of 5, and it was a VIP sitting, and I just walked up to them and.
And they
just
were
said-
special needs, so it was.
And
Perfect.
because when we got off at the Magical Kingdom, I was like, there's all these spots that have the shuttles that pull in, and there's a spot that says leaving to where they're going to. So some can be going to the resort, some can be going to other parks and everything. So they're all spread out, and like just like a big bus station, I guess you could think of it. And I ran over to the one that was leaving to the Hollywood Studios. And I was looking for families that were getting on, and I saw this family, and I walked up to them, and I said, "How many do you have in your family?" 5. Okay, well, great, sir. I'm not using our VIP seating for this thing happening at the Hollywood Studios. You can have it, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they were happy if they used it. So.
Yeah, because that was front row seating for the show. Yeah, it was awesome, but.
And I'd rather not whenever you go to Magic Kingdom, and if you're on the last day, I'd rather not have you guys do that because it's pretty sad.
Yeah, well, Magical Kingdom was just what set it off. And yeah, she was crying. She didn't want to leave, but it's all in a reality of having to leave your home or leaving
Disney.
A magical place.
Magical place.
But yeah, the first 3 hours, I think we just stayed there visiting characters, looking around. They had a little show that came out of the castle. And yeah, we were just there. And then once we got out of that area, we just went to different rides and different things like that there at Magical
Like
Kingdom.
the Dumbo ride.
Pirates of the Caribbean ride, Dumbo ride.
I don't like Pirates of the Caribbean.
The
A lot of
Small
them,
World.
yeah, a lot of them don't have a lot of wait times. So once we were talking about the Fast Pass, I wouldn't use the Fast Passes on them. If it's an hour or less wait, that changes all the time. So I wouldn't use a Fast Pass on that.
And you can check the site. Once you get it booked, you'll have the option to get
you
the
want to show them
download
the app real quick?
the app.
Go back to your home screen. Yeah.
So it's gonna look like
There
this,
you go.
Disney. And when you open it up, it shows you all your info, your plans. Like this Toys R Us land, man, I wish we would have been able to see
Toy
that.
Story.
Or Toy Story.
Toys
But
R
there's
Us.
There's a Walt Disney World pictures of us.
Yeah.
And you're able to pre-purchase like merchandise before you get there, but I didn't see the fun in that because you get to experience it there.
Yeah.
And I think I spent too much money. But
But you can pull it down and it'll show you the wait time.
oh yeah.
Put it down.
You click on it, yeah. There you go. So yeah,
So
just show it. Yeah.
Can I have more candy of this?
this one is already showing wait times for rides.
Scoot it back a little bit. No.
Let's get us go forward.
Yeah. We don't have the best technology, but
Yeah.
there you go. You can see some minutes there. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15-minute rides, and if you click on one,
Yeah.
there you go. And it shows what
hold
it
on.
is.
Let's see.
You want to raise the brightness?
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to go on, like, what was it called?
So this one's a carousel, which we're never too old for a carousel.
Yeah, we wrote it. You might want to pull it
See,
back.
I told you.
Say, I told you, Dad. Banshee Mom. So, Pandora.
So Prince Charming carousel. Right now it's at a 5-minute wait. The only reason, like right now, it's in the evening. People are either eating
Or getting ready for
or
the
getting ready for the fireworks show.
Yeah.
But yes, I cried. And I don't know if y'all have me on Snapchat, but I cried. I was crying. It was magical. I bought this in
Chip.
Beauty and the Beast world. I mean, come on, it's Chip.
You can't go wrong with him.
Yeah.
You have the,
And then this. This is amazing.
it's a Banshee from
It's a
Avatar.
Banshee from Avatar. And this thing
Once
looks
you get out
real.
the ride, you walk straight into the
Avatar World.
Avatar gift shop or whatever. Yeah.
And the ride was worth it, actually.
And this thing has gotten Michael so many compliments. It really looks real.
Yeah.
And
So cool.
it was his part of his birthday present from us.
So,
Yeah. You have to take a pledge, I think, right?
Yeah.
When you buy them, you have to pledge to them that you're going to take care of your Banshee and train it and other
Make
things
sure.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little rough getting to
In
get
line.
comfortable with him, but he kind of loosens up after a couple days. But that's a Banshee.
from Avatar.
And if you have questions on prices, you can inbox me on that. But
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll answer them later.
what else?
Yeah,
do we
we're
have?
kind of jumping all over the parks. Epcot, I wouldn't say I really enjoyed Epcot. I had a, bad experience there, but
Sorry.
they have, I think, 11 or 12 countries that you can visit there, and they have,
Japan.
being the father, I enjoyed the alcohol from each one of them, or I would have if I didn't get on the ride after drinking tequila in Mexico. So I got on the ride, I got a little bit of an upset stomach, and so I didn't drink anymore. But yeah, Mexico, Sweden, Norway, Great Britain, Japan.
Love that.
There are so many things, I think there's 11 or 12 countries, and you just walk in like a semicircle from country to country, and you can buy whatever you want from each country or just take a look at it. And it was a very nice experience there.
I forgot to tell something.
And there was a Morocco there. So yeah, there's just 12 countries, 11 countries I think you can visit, and then saw a few rides there.
Bought some disgusting candy that tastes like.
That's what we got from Japan,
I liked it.
and it's like Smarties. They dissolve in your mouth, and just different
No,
flavors.
Smarties don't do that.
Okay, so we got that there at Epcot. What else?
We had a great hibachi grill experience.
Yeah. It's very great there.
Mission Space was
Mission Space was the one I got sick on.
me and him.
I just pictured what I was doing and not looking at the screen, and
But they-
well, I had just slammed 2 tequila drinks
So
But
make
Mission
sense.
Space,
before
The
that.
tips. You know,
Yeah.
I like to talk about money, but
Oh, yeah.
Mission
Yep.
Space was like you had to
Go to Mars.
you had to plan a mission to Mars,
Mhm.
and you had different people. It's kind of like you were an actual astronaut. There's an engineer, a pilot, commander,
And,
people like that.
I
And
was
each person had like a role to do. Like they would instruct you through the ride. My dad wasn't doing anything.
No, I had to push it for him.
I'll just close my eyes.
I had to literally push it for him.
But so yeah, what we were talking about with the dining plans, it's all inclusive. It's you go there, if it's a buffet, you just eat until you're done. You're eating until you're just completely full if you want to. But one thing I did find out on the actual time that we were there was that the tip wasn't included. I think there's 2 suggested tips, one of like 15 and
let me see.
20%.
What did it say?
And 15 or 20,
18%
Okay.
or 20%.
18% or 20% suggested tip, and that was a surprise to me because let's just say in the hundreds amount of what it would be to eat there if you paid for it separately. 18 or 20% of that's quite a bit.
Yeah. You calculate 5 meals.
Yep. So what they did, they charged it to your room, and before you checked out, you paid that separately, I believe, right?
Yeah. It was magical. I didn't even have to go and pay it. They would already build it to our card by the time we walked out.
Yeah. So if you do get the dining meal plan or the meal plan through them, just understand that the tip is not included, and it'll be charged to your resort if you're staying there, or if not, maybe you might have to pay it there if you're not staying in a resort. I don't know. We touched a little bit on planning it. We touched a little bit on the Magic Bands, Fast Pass, what kind of buttons you can get when you get there, some of the different merch you can buy there.
They do have anniversary band buttons too.
Oh yeah. If you,
Birthday, any celebration.
yeah, and if you're wearing your button, they'll notice it and they'll say welcome if it's your first time or happy birthday.
At some places you get free drinks or free items. Michael got a free.
You got like free slushes, free cotton candy, just different things like that, small things.
And it wasn't by him asking or anything. It just was given.
Here you go.
Yep.
One thing I did do. I know this has nothing to do with the resort, but everybody needs a travel shirt. Thank goodness for the ladies that I know that were able to hook it up. But this was Miranda's. Of course, all the girls had bows,
And the boys had
and the boys just had a complete Mickey. So it was awesome, awesome experience.
So we talked a little bit about the Animal Kingdom. There's a safari there that you ride on.
Tell them about the bridge.
In
What happened on the bridge?
in a bus, you go on a little safari bus, and whatever animals you can see, you'll see them. If not, you can go back to that numerous times. They said at night a lot of the animals come out because it's not so hot, so you'll be able to see them there.
Yeah, we didn't see too many of them.
We saw like a rhino, giraffes, a couple of different.
Saw jaguar.
Yeah, jaguar we saw. So yeah, you can just continue to go back as many times as you can. They had the big tree there, the Tree of Life, I believe, correct? Right? Tree of Life, and the Tree of Life has so many different animal carvings throughout it. It's kind of fun just to see how many different animals you can see, and we saw a shark, anything down to like a little worm or insect is carved on that tree, all the way to like a whale, a shark, just different stuff. It's so cool. Now at night when we were leaving the
Animal
Pandora ride,
It was lit up.
it's lit up in different colors,
And
so
and it
so
says-
it's pretty nice to see. And each park has its own different little show at the end of the night, so just be prepared for that. If you want to spend your time at the whole park, it's up until 9 or 10 or something Eastern time, and you'll be able to see each park's show.
We just thought we'd help you out. Anybody who was interested, we did have one person come over so we could show them. And I
They were
hopefully
planning their trip.
They had already planned their trip,
Yeah.
but we did. We
And we
showed
just
them.
made this video just to help out, because just from first-hand experience, just a regular family, just taking a wonderful Disney trip to Walt Disney World in Florida and visiting the other 3 parks there, and
Take water pills, Tylenol.
I wouldn't. We did do it at the beginning of summer. We heard, and from what we've learned, maybe in the fall or in the winter might be more suffice as far as temperature, because it is in Florida, so it's not going to get entirely too cold. But
It's cooler.
it'll be cooler than at the beginning in June or July.
Yeah, so we do plan on going. We might be going to Disneyland next, but we had a tour set up to meet with the
Characters.
vacation club member guy, which would have gotten us like free fast passes,
Yeah.
$50 gift card. It just was not in our time.
Yeah, we couldn't make it.
We couldn't make it, so
They just opened a new Toy Story Land there, which we missed, but I've heard it's great and it's awesome. So
I wanted to go on a Slinky
yeah,
Dog
just
Park.
don't think that you can't do it, guys. It's an amazing experience. I would recommend anybody who has kids to go. I'd even go for a honeymoon.
yeah, we did see a lot of newlyweds or anniversary couples celebrating anniversaries or weddings. So it was pretty awesome.
But yes, what was I saying with the medication is the day after we were driving back, or that day we were driving back on Friday, my feet swelled like as though I was pregnant again. Yeah, it just take some extra shoes. If you know that your shoes are going to be uncomfortable, please just take extra shoes. We did have flip-flops when we were at the resort or swimming, but you do not want to wear flip-flops or sandals during your walk. Those Fitbitters and Apple Watch users, we average at least 30,000 steps a day. So
A day.
that'll just tell you a day. Minimum at Epcot we did 15,000,
Yeah,
but you're gonna get your steps.
right.
Oh, and I think at the
It does. It is humid there in Florida, so of course you got the humidity to deal with. But also there's constant small showers, rain showers that come through, and some of the rides do get shut down because of the rain. So
Like Test Track.
yeah, just have that in the back of your mind about that. A small poncho, I'd rather you buy it like at a
Dollar store?
where you're from. Just a quick poncho you can keep in your pocket because
They are $20.
they're kind of pricey there at the park. Because we were gonna buy one, but luckily we were at a comedy show there in the park, so we really didn't run into the rain that much. But it does rain sporadically there.
It was.
We didn't talk much about Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios, I think, would be awesome to see at night because they have it looking like old 50s Hollywood or 60s Hollywood or something. So you have your neon lights up there and kind of like a Marilyn Monroe setting, kind of old style that way,
50s, yeah.
50s style. So I think it was awesome. They got the Tower of Terror there, right? Tower of Terror?
Tower.
And then they have the Star Wars stuff there too. So if you're a big Star Wars fan, they got the Star Wars.
They
rides
interact
there.
with you.
Oh yeah, they have a nice little show there of Star Wars, the dark side. I'm not too much into Star Wars, but the bad side of Star Wars, they walk around with their stormtroopers and tell you, get out of the way, since they're in the military, get out of the way, civilian, and stuff like that. It was pretty cool to see. What else did Hollywood Studios have?
lot of
The Indiana Jones show, which we didn't watch. I think that's one of the big ones you gotta book way out in advance. Like the Pandora ride. If you're gonna use your fast pass or whatever, you gotta book that many days out. So Hollywood Studios was pretty cool in that regard. Magical Kingdom, of course, is where the castle is, and
Beauty and the Beast
Beauty and
castle.
the Beast castle, and all that stuff there.
Like
Epcot Center is, of course, they call it the big golf ball. That's where the golf ball's at in the 11 countries or 12 countries, I can't remember.
And we
that
can
you
try
visit.
sodas from every
Where?
country.
Yeah, Epcot Center has that. Yeah, it's a Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
is it the Coca-Cola
yeah.
store? I think
Yeah,
it's a Coca-Cola store. I think, and you go in there and they got Coca-Cola, different Coca-Cola fountain drinks from different countries like Italy, Brazil, and you can just try them there. They got little sample cups.
they're
You
really
can try them
good.
there. Yeah. And then, of course, Animal Kingdom. You know, had to deal with animals, so you got the dinosaur ride there that we rode, and the safari ride and Pandora's ride there. So there's a lot of cool. Each park has wonderful things to offer.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I think we might have touched everything.
I think so. If you have any other questions, just let us know.
Put
But
them in the comments. Put them down in the comments, and we'll get to them. And anything with Walt Disney, just Google it, YouTube it, whatever, and I'm sure you can find other answers that we weren't able to provide.
Yes, and the booking doesn't just solely go for Disney World. It's also for Disneyland. Some of the cruises and some of the other resorts, like Hawaii has their own resort. Japan. I mean, just all kinds of other places. If you're a traveler, you can book it and make your payments in it. But we're definitely booking a future trip. I know we're gonna try to get some of our family members to come with us next time, but it's gonna be probably on the family vacation club because it's gonna be the best pricing for all of us. But
such an awesome experience. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say about it. It was great. Glad that we were able to experience it. Walt Disney World was fun.
and you'll be talking about Disney every day or for the rest of your life. But yeah, I will admit, before we went to Disney World, I was like, why do I buy everything Disney? Or why does, some people were addicted to Disney and I didn't get it. Well, I get it now. So everything Disney, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Anything Mickey Mouse, Mickey just does something to you guys. But enjoy. Hopefully this helped you out. Our #1 YouTuber here in the middle had to join us.
Yeah. Parents, we know how it is. Kids hardly give you a second to rest.
Yeah.
I am God and Maria the Lawyer.
So yeah, just check it out. It might be a long video, but we do try to cover the stuff as quick as possible, whatever. But if y'all go to Disney World, have fun and congrats. And if you're planning on doing it or got other family members doing it, this video would help out, I think.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.